tired of this dull routine. Up to town on the 8:15. Back at night, off to bed, and then get up and start it all over again. Let's take a boat to Bermuda. Let's take a plane to St. Paul. Let's take a kayak to Quincy or Nyack. Let's get away from it all. Let's take a trip in a trailer. No need to come back at all. Let's take a powder to Boston for chowder. Let's get away from it all. We'll travel round from town to town. We'll visit every state. And I'll repeat, I love you, sweet, in all the 48. Oh, let's go again to Niagara.
And listen, this time we'll look at the falls.
Yes, let's leave our hut, dear, get out of our rut, dear. Let's get away from it all, hit the road and really get away from it all.
Let's motor down to Miami. Let's climb the Grand Canyon Wall.
And let's catch a tuna way out in Laguna. Let's get away from it all.
Let's travel south of the border. I'll get a real Spanish shawl.
For me, a muchacha.
But not while I watch her.
Ouch, let's get away from it all.
They say there's no place quite like home, a charming thought and pure.
Not true. But until the world we roam, how can we be sure?
Let's spend a weekend in Dixie. I'll get a real southern drawl.
Another one? Then off to Reno.
But just to play Keno, let's get away from it all. Town to town, visit every state.
I'll repeat that I love you, sweet, in all the 48.
Off to Niagara, this time we're digging the fall. Yes, we're leaving, we're hitting the road, oh, we're leaving. We're hitting the road, yes, we're leaving. We're hitting the road, oh, we're getting away from it all.
I am destroyed.
Welcome back.
Oh, I am so destroyed. Thank you for my welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, Carter.
Mr. Carter.
Yeah.
I am so tired. I woke up about 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter how much you try to sleep on a plane on a long, long trip back and try to fool your body into getting, not the screw up with the circadian cycle and everything. And I got lucky enough to be on not to jump into a story too soon, which I'm going to talk more about later, but this last flight, the second flight, the long one, the short one was for only 5.5 hours this time.
All right.
And then
yeah.
That wasn't bad. And then the long flight back was 13 hours. And everybody in my section of the plane had their own row.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, because that's the way the Chinese people wanted it. Okay? Because something happened in the airport to cause a magnanimous number of people to miss the flight.
Nice.
Now, let me tell you something. I don't know what it's like to miss a 13-hour flight and have to wait for the next one, but it will mess up your week, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, a bunch of people missed the flight, and as a result, everybody in my section had their own row of 3 seats to lay down. And, of course, some people took advantage of it and slept straight through the whole 13 hours. I couldn't. I was totally juiced up, and I was ready to go. I slept for a total of maybe 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, man, at least you got something, man. I can't do sleeping on planes one bit.
Well, I can imagine you can see you can't be comfortable. But I don't know. Maybe laying down.
I tried that. I had my own row before, and I can't do it.
Yeah,
it just doesn't work.
It's it's a contained area, and you and
Yeah.
Well, I'm the same way. I mean, it's
me and the giantism or whatever you want to call it.
Giantism. No, thank goodness you don't have that. You just have giant, not giantism. But even though we did get back and were able to get some sleep, we ended up sleeping all day today, and it was
I imagine that's what you would do.
I like to leave the house around 5 to do the recording to get ready, and I have a couple of stops to make on the way. I woke up at 10 to 5.
Yeah.
And I'm still in the condition. I came off the plane. You can see my hair is all, and I'm just in my sweatpants or whatever.
Yeah, that's all right too, man. I just woke up too, but I just needed a nap.
This was tough. This was a tough trip. This was my second time to Thailand, and I would go back over and over and over and over again. Let me start by saying that.
It sounds awesome every time you talk about it.
As difficult as the trials and tribulations that I have are when I travel, and there are many, I would, this is a place that I implore people to go see. You need time, because it's a long trip.
Yeah.
And people immediately, when you talk about a trip to Thailand, people say, how long are the flights? Mm-hmm. And they say, what's a total of between 18 and 24 hours of flying?
Yeah.
That doesn't include layovers and, whatever.
That's right. That's all together.
That's all together.
Yeah.
The longest flight you could take is about a 17-hour flight as a single segment, which I did last time. And people get freaked out by that. But it doesn't matter, because these same people that will not take a long flight, will lay on their couch for an entire day and watch reruns of the Brady Bunch,
of course.
So, I'll lay around on a plane for 10 hours or so rather than on my couch, and knowing that when I land, I'm going to be someplace exotic.
Exactly.
Someplace fun. And that's exactly what Thailand is. Thailand is, I could easily make this a 1-hour commercial, an infomercial for Thailand. I won't, but I will say several times, and this is the first of it, go see Thailand. It's very, very, very inexpensive. It's an incredible culture, or combination of cultures, to see. We saw things this time. The funny thing is, when we left this time, and we wanted to go to several places that we'd already been to, but to do some different things.
Yeah. We
started in the capital of Bangkok. We ended up going to the north of Thailand to a town called Chiang Mai, which used to be the capital years ago, hundreds of years ago. And then we were going to go back down to Phuket, which is an island in the center of Thailand, which is beautiful beaches, kind of very Caribbean type thing. It looks very much like it. Well, we ended up doing the Bangkok and the Chiang Mai trips, and then we realized that Phuket's for the 7 days we were going to spend in Phuket at the beaches, the weather forecast was 80 to 100% of thunderstorms every single day.
Damn.
Because it's like their monsoon season. Now, we were there last year.
That's got to be nasty.
Well, we were there last year from the end of December into January. It was just a month later, and it was beautiful and clear.
Yeah.
So I said, we're going to take a loss on the hundreds of dollars that we spent on flights and hotel, because we couldn't get a refund at that point, but go to a different place where there were beaches where we could get some sun, which we did. We ended up in a town called Pattaya, which is just about 2 hours away from Bangkok. Also, very, very different than any other place.
So you didn't have to take another flight or anything?
We actually had to take, we took a different flight, and then we actually eliminated a flight, which was good. But the different places in Bangkok in Thailand are as different places in America. Like, if somebody came over to visit America for the first time and they had 2 weeks, imagine them going to New York and Yellowstone and Miami Beach. They're all there because, we have cities, we have country, we have mountains, and that's what it's like in Thailand too. The thing is that the country of Thailand is in the same longitudinal, area as the Caribbean from the top to the bottom. Mm-hmm. So it's always hot and it's always ridiculously moist.
Yeah, what was the temperature out there?
88 to 94 every day.
Really? Wow.
88 to 94 every day. And the humidity is like something like 307%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's always hot and it's always humid. The humidity is oppressing.
Oh, man. And I can't even handle Florida because of that reason.
Oh, I was miserable. I had a bandana tied around my head and another one in my pocket for wiping constantly. My glasses were constantly coated with my own sweat.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so hot, so hot.
You were just wearing the bandanas because you wanted to look like me out there.
Yes, I did. I wanted to look like you and what's his name, Peter Fonda.
Peter Fonda. What? Easy Rider?
I was Queasy Rider. I was. But Thailand is there, and it's the flight. You can fly a round trip from New York to Thailand for $570.
That's good. That's what?
$570. It's amazing. It costs you more to go to L.A., more to go to Florida in some cases. So cheap. The food's cheap there. The hotels are cheap. You get a 5-star hotel for $25 a night.
What?
Yep. And one of the best things about Thailand, best, the massages.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Right, you thought I was going to talk about the sex trade, but I was not going to talk about the sex trade. I was going to talk about the massages. There are massage parlors, massage places, 10 to a block.
Yeah.
In every street, every block, and you get a 1-hour massage. Whether it's your the foot massage is the most popular because people do a lot of walking, but foot massage, or you can get head, neck, and shoulders, or you can get back or whatever. 1 hour, $4.50.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
And if you're generous, that's what they consider generous. You tip another $1.50, $6 for a 1-hour massage, and these people. The massage is incredible.
The most legit massage
incredible. Oh, there's some there's some illegitimate massage too. But
yeah, well.
I couldn't tell you about the prices on that. but we get massaged at least once a day when we're there.
Yeah.
Imagine getting a massage
like
every
you said,
day.
You're walking around all over the place.
You end the day with a massage is what you do, and then you go and you eat, and then for another $4 or $5, you eat until you're.
I saw that picture you had about the of like that huge spread. And
I put it up on our Facebook page. Yeah,
yeah.
It's and that spread is in any of the night markets you can go to.
Wow.
There are restaurants like that, and you can for about $5 you can eat all you can eat until you have to roll you out of the restaurant. I mean, literally, it's. I can't think of a cheaper trip that I've ever taken, and I've been many places in the world. It's amazing, and the people in Thailand. Amazing. They're wonderful, sweet, kind. They do the best they can to help you. One of the funny things they do is every time you ask a question, they'll go, "Could you tell me where's the train station?" And they'll look at you and they'll say, "Station." They'll pick one word out
that they recognize.
Yeah. Where's the? Is there a bathroom in there? Bathroom? It's like they're gonna say it and they're gonna go, "Oh yeah, that's where it is."
At least they're willing to help you out. I mean, I've been some places where people aren't so willing to help you out, but
so have I, my friend.
Yes,
so have
really.
I. Oh, but before I even tell you where I've been, this is Dr. Herman's Head. This is inside Dr. Herman's Head.
It is,
and we're live.
We even forgot what we do.
We're live. My name is Dr. Jan Herman, and I am of the Herman Family Chiropractic Center here in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, in the Poconos. This is Greg Big Show Larson.
Yes. Hello.
And when you talk to him, please speak directly into the beard. Your beard is bigger, larger than life.
It's growing.
It's taken on.
I gave it a trim too, and it seemed like it got bigger.
It sounds like the Blob.
It's one of those things. Yeah.
The beard. We're gonna get John Carpenter to make a movie.
Cut a piece off; it just grows 2 more.
That's right. We just planted. People are growing pieces of my beard all over town. We were away for 2 weeks while I was on vacation in Thailand, and we are back now.
We had some great recorded shows, though, for those.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed them. I'd like to hear if somebody heard our shows while we were gone and what you thought of them. We had some great guests on our shows, and we're going to be recording a couple of shows coming up for our
the holidays,
our big Christmas show.
Yeah,
we're going to have a big Christmas show, and then our almost as big New Year's show.
Almost as big.
This is our first year doing the show, and both of our big holidays fall on Sundays, so we're going to record both of those. But we are live again tonight, and as you can tell, I'm talking about a trip that I just took to. I just got back last night.
Big
from
trip, man.
Thailand. This is a live show, so you feel free to give us a call on the Headline Hotline at 570-420-9670. Let us know your opinion about maybe if you've been to Thailand and what you think of some of the lands far, far away.
I want to go. That'd be awesome.
You really should. It's like I said, it's very cheap and it's just a lot of fun. Say you sit on a plane for a while, big deal. That's why I go for 2 weeks because when you go to a place, I started doing the 2-week trips when I started going past the West Coast. Mm-hmm. You go to Hawaii, you go to anywhere in the Pacific Rim. It takes you so long to get there, you don't want to rush back. It takes a little while to get used to it. So anyway, you're talking about places where people aren't so nice.
Yeah.
And you know what? Most people, when you do that, the first place they talk about is
France.
France, and I've been to France a couple of times.
Me too, and that's where I had an instance. But
would you say that generally people in France are like that instance you had?
No. That's
because I thought people in France were great.
Well, that's another thing too. Is I've had great experiences with people in France, and actually have some great friends in France, and things like that. But yeah, there was a couple instances where wasn't so nice. And
you go anywhere, and there's going to be one or two jerks that are going to screw it up for everybody.
Yeah, of course. But I would say the majority, the vision we have of France isn't really what it is. You know, of how, you know,
and although,
the stereotypical view.
Although stereotypes arise and are steeped in some truth, okay? Because otherwise, why wouldn't you know? It's like, I think who the comedian was that once said, how come stereotypes are always bad? It's never something good.
It's never...
Nobody ever says, those Filipinos, they're made of candy, you know? No, nobody ever says anything good. But I, like I said, I had good experiences with people from France, but... This was my first. Last year, when I went to Thailand for the first time, I stopped on the way there and back in Japan.
Yeah.
And
that was awesome, right?
It was awesome. The people were very nice. I didn't get the experience I wanted out of it because I ended up going somewhere I shouldn't have gone.
That should be a trip in its own.
It really should be. But this time, I stopped on the way there and back in Beijing.
Okay.
The capital of China.
Yeah.
The Chinese. They don't like us. They're not enamored with people. They're not digging the Americans. They don't really care if we need help. They don't really care, as a group that I experienced anyway, about attempting to help us find our way around. The signage is, of course, mostly in Chinese, and you would expect that. And they do attempt to put, and even in China, you can see that, you know, if a second language is going to be catered to, it's going to be English.
Mm-hmm.
And can I digress for a second?
Yeah.
Everywhere I go in the world, whether it's Europe, whether it's Asia, anywhere where multiple visitors from multiple parts of the world come, whenever they have, like on a menu, they'll have 5 or 6 or 7 different languages.
Yeah.
Okay, which you have to do if you're going to be in an internationally, visited place. They put the flag of the country next to the okay. So if it's going to be a pasta de bolognese, is okay? Then it's going to have a little Italian flag next to it. So that's the Italians. Okay?
Right.
What's interesting to me is that wherever you go in the world, when they put the English down, the flag next to it is the Union Jack. It's the British Union Jack. It's not the American flag.
Right.
So I always think that's amazing. It's like, at this point, don't you think that when to represent the English language, the American flag, I know that it's English, and I know they came from England, and I know that the Brits, maybe the Brits would say, hey, could you give us a little bit? Could we get something? So it wasn't like I was railing about it, but it struck me as odd, More tourists and more, people around the world are American than British, and we
that's true.
go for, I don't know, whatever. I'm not saying anything against the Brits. I love the Brits. I love everybody.
No, I love that. I love them over there.
But in China, they do put English up. It's very broken, obviously, and they don't make it easy. They don't make it easy at all. They don't want to answer your questions. They'll smile at you, but then don't try to ask you other questions. They'll be like, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. And the Beijing airport is, I think I read it was the second largest airport terminal. Their Terminal 3 is the second largest in the world. The terminal itself is about 2.5 miles long. The terminal is the size of Brooklyn. It's tremendous. I started walking. I have a bad Achilles tendon in my right leg anyway. So I'm walking. And I've been dying. I'm in so much pain. And we spent one night in China in our layover on the way there. And we had enough time to go see Tiananmen Square and to go see.
Oh, nice.
No,
not nice.
I said we had the time to. Okay. I wanted to see the Forbidden City, but it was a Friday night. Things were closed. We asked about a cab to get a ticket.
It was a Friday night and things were closed?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, like we wanted to go see the Great Wall.
What was it?
You can't get near it.
Was it a Friday night at like 3 a.m?
No, it was 5 p.m.
And things were closed?
They were like, nah, can I get a cab? I want to go see the Forbidden City. You want to go there? That's going to be like an hour away. Yeah, I know, but it's not going to be easy. It's not,
Yeah.
So we just ended up eating,
They weren't, nobody was making it Easy time for you.
You know what we have for dinner?
What?
Chinese food.
Oh, I bet.
They got a lot of it over there.
I was thinking you went to McDonald's or something.
No, you know what? They had it. It was there.
Yeah.
And I like to go into international McDonald's just to see what kind of local stuff they have. You know,
it is cool how things are different.
Like an egg foo young McBurger or something like
that. What was it? Especially, I like that you can go to Burger King in Canada and get poutine.
Exactly. Well, they have local stuff. That's the thing. So we ate there, and it was okay. You know, China, very expensive.
Oh yeah,
China's the antithesis of Thailand, by the way. China is very. Coming back, we were the only ones in the airport. We had a 4.5 hour layover yesterday morning, and we found the only restaurant in the airport that was open, and they had drinks, and the one drink was called Grape Paradise. I said to the woman,
Nice.
"Oh, I'll have this Grape Paradise."
Sounds good.
You know what it was? Half a glass of warm grape juice.
Yeah, Welch's.
Not even. It was just like some crappy grape juice. And Terry had a sandwich with like one slice of meat in. She didn't even know what it was.
Oh, my God.
Inside 2 pieces of bread. I had some kind of meat cubes over rice. And it cost us $25.
Ooh.
China.
Well, wait, where was this you were
in the
eating,
airport.
Yeah, I was going to say airports. I mean, come on, they're expensive everywhere.
You know what? I thought the same thing. China learned from us.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
But in Thailand, I told you how cheap everything is in Thailand.
Yeah.
In the airport, the food in the airport, first of all, is top rate. Top rate, full blown, beautiful dishes, just like if you go to a restaurant, or even better,
Right.
the food stalls on the street, which are like the best food you can get in Thailand.
Yeah, that's the best. That's all the freshest stuff.
And the prices in the airport in Thailand are less than in the street.
That's crazy.
They're lower. If you can get a $6 meal that's incredible and magnificent in a restaurant, that same meal in the airport is $4.50.
That's crazy.
You know why? Because the Thai people understand that people that are traveling are under stress, and there's problems in the airport, and they want people to have an easier time to be able to get some nourishment.
Different mentality, yeah.
I love Thailand. They're wonderful people, and they get it. They really get it.
I want to go.
It seems like there's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people. Okay? They seem to have, even though they have less people in Bangkok than they have in New York, it seems to be twice as many.
Yeah.
Even though they have probably less taxis, it seems to be 3 times as many as New York. Everywhere. Plus, on top of that, everybody's on a scooter and or a bicycle, and then they have sangtaos, which is an open back pickup truck.
Yeah, we just jump on.
Just jump on and jump off and throw a couple of baht into the window. They have tuk-tuks, which is a motorcycle with a double seat in the back. You just jump into that.
Mm-hmm. Motorcycle rickshaw type of thing.
Yeah, it was one guy in the front with a little motorbike, and he has a control stick. Actually, not even a steering wheel.
That's
a
crazy.
Control stick. But all these
driving with a joystick.
It's amazing. All these people in these vehicles of all different sizes. Oh, and then they have the buses that are not just double decker, but extremely tall, where you can stand up on both levels.
Oh wow!
Party buses, they call them. And I took a picture of one. I'm gonna throw one up on the website. It's a like you at 6.5 feet tall would be able to stand up
on the lower level
and the upper level.
And the upper level.
So they have these things next to the scooters, and there's millions and millions and millions of scooters. Okay, and this trip was the first time I ever saw an accident, and it was on the highway, and it was between a car and a motorcycle.
Shut down the whole highway, or
no.
Accident happens, and then they just like push it to the side.
And that's another thing. Well, yeah, right. But that's another thing. In America, we have rubbernecking.
Yeah,
not there.
Yeah,
not there. People, for whatever reason, whether they don't want to see it because it's just whatever the problem is, and there's tremendous traffic. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Tremendous traffic. But when it's moving, it moves. It's not backed up for no reason like it is here in America. And whenever is the problem, once it's cleared, people just go. It goes.
Yeah.
And it's not bumper to bumper and dead stopped. It's moving. It's moving. It's amazing. They have things figured out over there. They really do. We're going to take a break because I'm just going to start talking, and I didn't even talk about anything yet. This is ridiculous because I have no really. I have enough to talk for 5 hours about stories that happened to me. Now I got to pick and choose. I got to tell you about the bum gun.
Oh, what?
You know what?
Well, you're going to have to tell me about it.
All right. Well, let's just take a quick break. I want to talk about Thai Orchid.
Yeah.
But you know what? You talk about Thai orchid.
I'm going to talk about Thai orchid because we just had some.
We have right now. I'm staring.
Right
at
now,
it.
I wish I still had some, but I housed it.
I still have.
Yeah, you still do. What are those called? Those chicken sticks?
Those chicken satay.
Chicken satay. Awesome.
Woo!
That sauce, that peanut sauce, incredible. And then we just had the dumplings. What did you say was in those dumplings?
Oh, it's a combination of chicken and chicken and seafood and pork. It's good.
Chicken, seafood, and pork.
Everything.
And then the black sauce, because black sauce matters. That stuff definitely matters. That sauce was incredible.
And what'd you drink, my friend?
And I had an Ecto tea. You know, that's my name for it. Whatever. Did you find out what the real name is for this?
Green iced tea.
That's what. That's it. I thought I had some like.
That's it. Green iced tea
right,
with whipped cream.
Whatever. The green iced tea with whipped cream.
Oh God.
Oh, that was last sip right there. Done.
That was it. I think you sucked the hole into the bottom of the container.
I should. But anyway, incredible. Thai orchid, man, right up the street.
Sarah Street and 9th Street in Strasbourg.
That's right. You got the digits, right?
Well, that's it. 570-421-1717. They're open tonight till 10 o'clock. And they're open every day except Monday. Don't go tomorrow. But try it good. And, you know, this is just the dumplings and the satay.
I still think it's the best, though. I
still
think it's the best, though, that you got off the plane yesterday from Thailand and you show up today with Thai food from Pennsylvania.
I walked in and the whole staff ran over to me and they said, "Oh, sawadee-ka, sawadee-ka." And I was like, "Sawadee-ka, sawadee-ka." And like, and Kanye ran over to me. She goes, "How was Thailand?" I said, it was incredible, fantastic. She says, "How was the food?" I said, "Second best." I said, "Kanye, it was second best. I couldn't wait to get back to your cooking." So everywhere I went, I said to Terry, "Oh, just like Kanye makes." But not quite as good. Anyway. Yeah, Thai orchid. Really, really good. All right, I'm not even taking no. Okay.
Let's do it. Take a break?
No, not take a break. Back to the story.
Want?
Nope.
Let's get back to the story then.
Let me tell you about my vindictiveness. I'm a real SOB. You know why? People, when they travel, are at their worst.
Well, I mean...
It's disgusting. People, when they travel, are at the worst.
You sometimes, are put in situations where certain things need to be done.
People, I think, are subconsciously aware of the fact that nobody around them is ever going to see them again, and they do the most heinous things. And I'm not just talking about being barefoot on the plane and putting your feet up on the seat in front of you and flipping your ponytail over the back of the seat so I can't see my screen or whatever. And I'm not saying this to malign any specific kind of people because I like everybody and there's, whatever, but
we're not haters here. We're
not at all. But I saw some people that just happened to be Chinese from China.
Okay.
Pushing and shoving. And I understand in that country there's a lot of people.
They do that, man. They get on the trains. You've seen those
videos,
they
got to pack them in. Yeah. Well, we didn't have the experience of having to be pushed by anybody to get into it, but we did have to pack in some pretty tight trains.
Right.
But I saw an old lady who had to get past me at the security, just push me out of just bam, like linebackered me out of the way. Like a little 70-year-old lady, and I was going to cold cock her, but
70,
then I realized
70 is the new 20 in China. You know what I'm saying?
Well, apparently, the way this woman shouldered me out of the way. But so sometimes it's easy to lose yourself.
Yeah.
And even though I can be a real jerk sometimes, and one of the things that really drives me crazy because I do travel so much is the fact that different rules in different airports as far as security. Mm-hmm. And none of them make any sense. None of them make any sense. From taking your shoes off in America to whatever. So, and I had to deal with a lot of rules on this trip. There's a lot of rules when you go to Asian countries.
What do they got? What do they got that's different?
Well, first of all, they got the temples. So when you go in, you have to have your shoes off.
Okay. That's a respect thing.
Yes, shoes off, but you can't face the bottom of your foot toward the Buddha. Because the bottom of your foot is the most disgusting part of your body.
I can see that, though. That's different. That's rules, not laws. Like, that's... But, yeah. No,
over there it's a law.
Yeah? Right.
Yeah, over there it's a law because it's, it's not like freedom of religion. This is the way it is over there, They also over there, I don't know, Buddha, when you're a Buddhist, Buddha is not to be meant for decoration. They don't want people to
Not like us putting them on the front lawn.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, you know what? They got a big thing going on now, a big campaign against getting tattoos of Buddha.
Oh.
Because that's not for decoration. But the funny thing is, one of the temples I went into, every Buddha I saw was decorated. So it's okay to decorate Buddha, just don't use Buddha as a decoration.
They decorate them with like necklaces and stuff. And
layers.
Yeah.
We actually saw the world's biggest golden Buddha.
Oh, really?
In Chinatown, which is the biggest Chinatown in the world in Bangkok. Amazing. Well, Chinatown in Bangkok.
I would imagine it's in China, so.
But I want to tell you what happened to me. I was in Chiang Mai, in the northern part of Thailand, and I was taking a flight back down to Bangkok. And one of the biggest problems that exists in this world with traveling is this idea of water. What's allowed and what's not allowed. Mm-hmm. Okay? There's a tremendous fear of water.
Are you talking about on the plane?
Yes, on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Airports and water don't mix.
The liquids. And
okay? When you go to almost any airport in this world, the one thing that's common is you can't take water on a plane. Mm-hmm. You didn't hear what I just said.
You can't take water on the plane.
Right. No, but that's something relatively new. For a long time, we weren't able to take water past security. Mm-hmm. You couldn't take water into the airport. But this notion of not being able to take water on the plane is new. Okay? In China, they took your water away when you got into the airport.
Okay.
Then they, of course, take water away if they missed it when you go through security. They actually, do you get the beginning of that? When you're walking into the airport from the outside, they check you.
You're hitting the front door.
They check you, no water.
Right.
Then they check you when you go through security.
Right.
And take away your water if you have any. If you want to fill up an empty water bottle, which you can bring with you, okay, the fill up for it is before security.
So if you're dying of thirst, you can quickly drink something but then get rid of it.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay? Then after security, they have people coming around while you're sitting at the gate looking for water bottles and taking them away.
Okay.
They're selling water there too.
Yeah.
You can buy water at a shop right next to the gate. Uh-huh. Okay, and they have restaurants there too.
Just don't get busted with it.
They have restaurants there too. And one of the things that Terry bought to go onto our flight from China to Bangkok was a yogurt.
Okay.
She bought the yogurt, put it in a bag, and getting onto the plane, they took it away from her. Brand new, $5 yogurt. $5, like one of those little McDonald's parfait size.
Yeah.
$5 for that. Wasn't even worth $1. Spent $5 on it in China, and then they said you can't take it on the plane. She said, but I just bought it at that restaurant right next door, but you can't take it on the plane. Now, wouldn't you think it's incumbent upon the people that run that store to put a sign up and said, buy yogurt if you want, but eat it before you get on the plane? They don't give a damn.
Of course not. They don't care.
So they threw that away. I had to go into the bathroom to fill up my water bottle for the plane, and then they took it away from me getting on the plane. No water. And then in Chiang Mai, this is Thailand to Thailand, okay? To come back to Bangkok, I had just gotten a mango smoothie. It's really big down there, okay? Yeah. Big, beautiful mango smoothie. Big size.
Yeah.
Big.
How much was that, like $30?
No, Thailand.
Oh, Thailand, sorry.
30 cents.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It was 20 baht, which is about 67 cents.
What?
And this was the equivalent of like a McDonald's large drink. Okay? 67 cents. But it was... Wow. I was so hot, and I was running through the airport, and I saw this place, and it looked like really, really good smoothies, which are really, really big in Thailand. Smoothies are a big thing. So I had to make me this peach and mango smoothie, and it was almost literally the nectar from Olympus. It was incredible. I took the first sip, and it was tremendous. I said, I'm going to enjoy this on the plane. We had a 1-hour flight. I'm going to enjoy this so much on the plane. So Terry goes through, gives them her boarding pass, and she steps through. I go through. Now, Terry had one also, mind you. But hers was in her bag. Mine was in my hand, and I was drinking it, so they didn't see hers. But have you ever not been able to take a drink on a plane? Come on.
I mean...
something you just bought just now?
Yeah, the stuff I've been able to... It was like, it had to be certain size. But you were allowed to as long as it was under certain...
But if you buy it at the gate? Come on.
Hey, man.
So the woman said, I was only 1 or 2 sips into this good-sized drink.
Yeah.
So she says, you can't bring this on the plane. I said, what? I just bought it right there. Right there. I could throw it back to the guy I bought it from. I can lob it back to him now. She says, well, you can't bring it on the plane. So I reached over and I grabbed my boarding pass. I had my passport out of her hand. I said, okay, fine, thank you. And I went back. And you know how they have the seats where you're waiting for the gate?
Yeah.
And they're bolted to each other back to back?
Yeah.
Okay. And then to the ground. Well, I was feeling very, very vindictive. I was really upset about this. And we were one of the last ones on the plane. So you're going to hold the plane up for me. That's fine. So I drank it. I'm getting brain freeze from my chest all the way up to the top of my head. I'm frozen solid.
Yeah.
And it's like these drinks that we're drinking here out of these plastic containers from Thai Orchid. The top of the plastic just kind of, you hear that?
Yeah.
Right? Well, if you squeeze it just right, it pops off. Okay? So I'm holding it in my hand and I'm drinking it. And I leaned over the thing. I had about half of it left. It was a good, like a medium-sized drink left.
Yeah.
And I was just really feeling very, very PO'd. And I saw that they were making the last call. So just as I got to stand up, I just squeezed the top a little bit, and the bottom, the cup fell out of the lid.
It spilled everywhere.
It was all over the floor. I said, "Oh," and the girl says, "Oh," and I said, "Here's my passport. Here's my boarding pass." And Terry looked at me like, "You're the devil.
Yeah,
you're the devil." And I said, "No, I'm the Buddha." I meted out. I meted out an equivalent amount of punishment for the infraction. So
I can't have it. No one can.
I just
spill it all over the floor. That's
oops.
You.
No, it was oops. Oops. All right, whatever. I have a list, dude. The list is so long of things I want to talk
Dude, you
about.
got pages.
Okay, just a couple of thoughts.
Okay.
That there's markets all over the place, night markets and day markets, and it's like the whole country is a flea market, and you walk around day and night just shopping and shopping and shopping and shopping.
Oh man, I'd die over there buying.
Well, one of the things I learned: one size fits all. No.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
I didn't think so.
It never does. One size fits all fits one size perfectly, and everybody else is either too tight or too big, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I mentioned this before, and I'm not going to speak it over the air the way I wrote it. But don't put a picture of something on your menu if you don't sell that thing. And there were a bunch of expletives in there. I ran into that all over the place.
Yeah, I'll have one of those. Sorry, we don't serve that.
Yeah,
what's
menus,
it doing on there?
Well, because they deal with so many different tourists from around the world.
Right, so they put pictures. I get it.
As a matter of fact, I was staying in Pattaya in a very Russian section.
Oh, really?
We were the only Americans, and Terry is Hungarian, so I was actually the only American that was in that area. Mm-hmm. Everybody else was Russian. It was all Russian. And these Thai people, they spoke very fluent English and Russian. It was really cool.
I didn't know that there was like a Russian section
in
Thailand.
Oh, yeah. Big Russian.
That's awesome.
In Pattaya, there's
That's cool.
But on the menu, everything was in Thai, German for some reason, English, and Russian. And so they put pictures, so you can easily see. And the pictures don't always tell you whether it's chicken or pork or whatever, but... and so I would say, "Oh, I want this." And they go, "Oh, we don't have that." Why don't you have a picture? Why do you have a picture of it on there? Because one of the most popular Thai dessert is mango and sticky rice.
Yeah,
it's a sweet sticky rice. You had it over Thai.
I had it. Yeah.
Okay. Sticky rice, very sweet.
So good
with champagne mangoes, which are softer and sweeter than the regular mangoes we get here in America, and sweetened condensed coconut milk over the top.
Yeah,
phenomenal. And they showed a picture of it in one of the restaurants and it had a big scoop of ice cream on it.
Didn't we have the coconut ice cream with that?
Yes. Well, Kanye does that over at Thai Orchid because Kanye's the best. Okay,
man.
but they they had it in the picture. It looked like a yellowish color, maybe it's a mango ice cream or something.
Right.
So that was really, really cool. I said, "I want this." He goes, "Well, we don't have it with the ice cream. It's without the ice cream." I said, "Well, give me the ice cream on the side." So he gave me like a coconut, hauled out and filled with coconut ice cream, which I didn't want.
Okay.
I ended up paying.
Sounded good though.
Whatever. But Russians in restaurants talk loudly on the phone with speakers on, so you can hear both sides of the conversation.
Oh, nice.
And right through the whole restaurant. It's great. Oh, another thing in Thailand. This is great. If you and I go into a restaurant.
Yeah.
And you order 2 or 3 things, and I order 2 or 3 things, because we order small things, right? You want to taste a lot of different things. Yeah. So we may each order an appetizer, maybe 2, maybe a soup, and then an entree. If all of mine comes out, is it ready first? I get all mine, and you have to wait. So I'll sit and have an entire meal, and then yours will come out. They don't got the grasp of getting things out together over there, which is something we had to deal with. It was always who's going to get their meal first, who's going to eat first.
That's fun.
Oh, did you ever notice when you go to any beach in the world, about 6 feet into the surf, there's a strip of broken shells and rocks.
Yeah, yep.
And everybody walks as though they have like a broken back and 2 wooden legs. And then you get past it and say, it's the same in Thailand. And I had an idea laying on the beach. And it translates right to us right now. Right now, we're wearing headphones, right?
Yeah.
We're doing a radio show. We're wearing headphones.
We are.
And we each have one of our phones in our ear and the other one behind our ear so we can hear each other.
So you can hear, yeah.
Okay. And on the beach and in other places, you do that too. How many times do you see somebody walking around with earbuds and one's in and one's hanging out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
So when are they going to come out with a single earbud that has stereo sound? Just one, an earbud. That's a great idea.
It's true. It is a good idea.
Okay, I want that.
It's got to be there.
I haven't seen it. I'm appealing to you, Dr. Dre. Who was it that told me that Dr.
It won't
Dre?
be Beats no more. It'll just be Beat.
Beat. That's okay. You still make money. Were you the one that told me that Dr. Dre made more money from his?
Dude, Dr. Dre sold Beats to Apple for billions.
Much more money he made from that than he made from his recordings.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah. Just to.
All right, Dre. How about a single stereo earbud?
That's it.
I can hear both channels in one ear.
Yeah. I'm sure Dre's listening.
Somebody get it done. Yeah, Dre's listening. That's right. Oh, and I came under. I noticed that there are more ways to spell watermelon.
Watermelon.
For people who don't speak English as a first language.
Okay.
I saw Wittermelon. I saw Wittermalon.
Wittermelon.
Witter, and then another word, Malon.
Okay.
I saw one. I took a picture of it. Oh, watermelon. Watermelon juice. Watermelon juice. Terry says, "What is that?" I
said, water was correct this time.
Yeah, they got the water, but it was 2 words. She says, "What is this?" I said, I took a picture of everything. I'm going to put these pictures up on the website.
Nice.
I went into a cosmetic store. They have stores that are...
You needed lipstick, didn't
you? No. They look
like
what Terry was into every cosmetic store that she could find, but they also double as pharmacies, many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I walked into one in one of the markets that we went into. It was also one of the few air-conditioned stores that they had there, so I couldn't wait to get into it. And I was looking for a specific item that you would normally find in a drugstore, pharmacy store type of thing. And I walked up to a girl, and she says, I said, "Excuse me, could you tell me?" She says, "There's no pharmacy."
Yeah, thanks. I didn't ask you anything yet.
Yeah, I said, no, I understand that's not a pharmacy. She says, "There's no pharmacy." I said, "I know, but I don't need a pharmacy thing. I need something that's not a pharmacy thing." She says, "Don't have it," and walked away. That's somebody who speaks English. That's somebody who actually has a grasp of the English language. And I never got to ask for what I needed. I would like to tell this quick story.
Yeah.
I have learned that when you have to go to a country where you have to exchange money, you exchange when you get to the airport, just enough there to get you to your hotel. Because you get a worse rate at the airport than you do in a bank.
Yes.
Okay.
That's true.
So, we did that. We got there and I exchanged just, a little bit, just enough to get to the airport. And then we went to a bank the next day. And I looked up online, and they actually have websites where they'll tell you which bank gives you the best.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So, the best rates. So, the next day we walked down the street in Bangkok, and we actually took a train and then got off and had to walk a couple of blocks. Very hot, very humid. And we went into one of their mega malls. They have these 12, 13, 14-story malls.
Yeah.
Massive malls that
Basically, is it the same like our malls, like shops and places to eat, just a ton of it? Is that what it is?
So many more than you can imagine. But we're talking about other stuff, like car dealerships on the 8th floor.
In the mall.
On the 8th floor. On the 10th floor. It's like whole cities in a building. It's just amazing.
It's crazy.
So we find the bank we want to. There's a whole row of banks, and we find the one we're waiting for. And it wasn't even open yet. It was like 5 to 11. They open at 11 o'clock. Okay. They open the doors. We walk in. We get a number. We wait. We go up. Now, you get I don't know if it's like this in every country, but in some countries, like I know Thailand is one. If you're exchanging bills that are large, like American hundreds and fifties, you get a better rate than if you're exchanging fives and tens and 20s.
I don't know.
So when you go to Thailand, if you're going to bring, let's say, $1,000 to exchange, bring it in $100 bills, you get a better rate.
Oh, wow. I had no clue.
Yep. Now, we went up there, and Terry was going to exchange $500.
Mm-hmm.
So she took out her $100 bill. She was all ready to go. And for the first time, this didn't happen last time we went there, they scrutinized every bill. If the corners were dog-eared, if there was any writing on them, even a stray mark, if the bill was old enough to have been folded over and over and over and over again to the point that the portrait was rubbed out a little bit.
Yeah, where you saw a crease.
Like every bill in your pocket?
Yeah.
They wouldn't take it. They rejected it. If it didn't look like it just rolled off the presses of the printing and engraving, they didn't want it.
What? Why?
They said no good, no good, no good. I couldn't believe it.
It's not a rookie card. You know what I mean? It's not a
dude. To exchange her $100 bills took over 20 minutes.
Wow.
I never saw anything like it in my life.
You went to another place or?
No. We finished up there or whatever because they had a good rate. And then I wanted to exchange $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't believe what I went through. And then you have to understand something. Their exchange rate, okay, is $35 or $36 to $1 American dollar. 35 baht to $1 American dollar. So when I exchanged $1,000,
yeah, you're a freaking millionaire.
Okay, when I exchanged $1,000, they gave me 36,000 baht. Okay, now here's the thing: they have 1,000 baht notes.
Yeah,
they have 100 baht. No, 500 going down. 1,000, 500, 150, 20. Okay. They gave me a lot of bills.
Yeah,
a lot of bills in exchange for my 1,000 American dollars. Guess what I did? Terry said, "Don't do it." She knew what I was going to do. She knows me.
Did you trade it back in for good American bills?
No. I traded it good for good baht.
Oh,
I went through every one of those, dude. I had at least 75 bills in my hand of different denominations,
right?
And I went through every single solitary one. And if it wasn't like it was brand new, I said, "Nope." The same attitude, the same way they did it. Nope. No, all right, that's good. No.
This guy goes on trips to foreign countries and brings this attitude. It's crazy.
And the guy started to laugh.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, go ahead. I was like, well, why shouldn't I? If you want brand new American bills, I want brand new baht. I want to look like I just made my own baht. So I went, no, this was no good. Nope, that one over here. And they gave me some crappy bills. Let me tell you something.
Oh, yeah.
They gave me some, like I'm looking at trampled on the streets of Bangkok. I said, no. That one's good. And Terry's like, what are you doing? I said, I want good baht.
Did they give it to you?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
They couldn't say no. What was you going to say?
Yeah.
Of the 10 $100 bills I gave them, 2 of them they picked out as no good. Mm-hmm. And because they were the old style hundreds.
Oh, okay.
And they were folded. They were old, yeah. And Franklin's face was kind of rubbed out in the middle because they're being folded. So I said, what's wrong with this? The guy picks up his cell phone, because everything's on my cell phone, so there's no landlines, called his control center and spoke to the woman in Thai and gave me the phone. And the woman says, she's in Thai, in very broken English, hello, sir, this is a control center. She says, agent want me to say to you, bill's no good because the portrait rubbed away. I said, it's not rubbed away. I said, it's old. We fold our money in America. So just
and the portrait doesn't matter anyway.
She says, well, he wants you to make sure you understand. He not take it because portrait not good. I said, I understand, but I don't agree. She says, oh, you understand? I said, yeah, I understand, but this is ridiculous. She says, okay, you give me agent. So I gave the phone back, and the guy's like, okay, and he wouldn't take my money.
Yeah, you said you understand.
So I was livid. So I went through each individual bill, and I eventually, I'll take up all that time. I don't care. It kept me in the air conditioning, so I was kind of happy about that. But I turned around when I was done, and Terry looked like she wanted to put an arrow through my head.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. That's one thing about you, man, where certain situations like that, I would have just been like, yeah, okay, whatever. I got my money. But you, all about the principle.
You gotta. Now you know what? Another thing with tipping, okay? This tipping thing we do in America.
Well, yeah, I know they don't really do it anymore.
Well, they do it some places.
It depends,
but then it's only like whatever little change you have in your pocket, they appreciate it. So maybe 10% if you want to do a percentage.
Well, they're not, depending on it like our people are here.
Au contraire, my friend. I think they depend on it more than we do because they make so little over there.
If you're talking about Thailand, I'm talking about like other countries though, where it's like in Europe, I've been places
Europe's a different story.
where the waitresses and bartenders are making $15 or more an hour, where you don't need to tip them. You know
I know.
What I mean?
Well, that's Europe.
Yeah.
This is a third world country.
Right.
But Terry insisted on tipping 20-30% wherever we went because she's a generous soul. Well, no, I don't want to stick out. I want to tip the way that they're used to being tipped.
Right.
So, the thing is, when you go to a restaurant over there, you don't get water on the table. You have to ask for water. They bring it to you in a bottle. You pay for it.
Okay.
10 baht, 20 baht, 30 baht, whatever it is. And when they bring you a menu, they stand there and wait for you to order. They don't walk away and give you a chance to look at the menu. And if you look at the menu, they'll stand there as long as it takes. 10 minutes, look at the menu, and you can't read anything, whatever, but they'll just stand there and wait. Then you finally order, and once they bring the food, they never come back to see if everything's all right. They never come back. You never see them again. Even when you want to check and get out of there, it's impossible to find somebody. So I said, you know what? The most they're getting is 10%. That's what they're accustomed to anyway from even the best tippers is 10%. And Terry's like, no, leave 20 or 30%.
They just run a different operation.
And I said, but I didn't see them the entire meal. She says, well, you can't expect the same service as you get in America. I said, but then they can't expect the same tip that they would get in America. She's saying you should tip more than you normally do for worse service. And I said, where are you coming up with this? I know it's not like that in Hungary.
I don't agree with that, but I mean, I kind of... I feel like it's different. Just like you said, man, it's a third world country. They're not caring about your satisfaction as much. You know what I mean? I just feel like maybe they're just happy that, you should be happy you're eating.
I guess.
Okay, I fed them. I don't need to check on them anymore. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
But I found out a way to get the check at the end when you're done.
What do you do?
Stand up. Stand up and take one step toward the door.
Oh, and then they go,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's your bill. Here's your bill.
Pay,
Thank you. Okay, real quick, two things I want to talk about. One is going to the bathroom over there. Okay, I made a note about this on the website.
Can I fit in bathrooms over there? I'm not going if we can't fit in the bathroom.
You can fit in the bathrooms. Okay. You can. It's still easier than on the plane. Although I did find one or two plane bathrooms that were nice and big.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, not roomy like the Japanese airlines, but because I flew in Air China there and back. But in Thailand, you're not supposed to ever flush your toilet paper. If you're lucky enough to have toilet paper, you don't flush it.
That's right.
You wipe yourself and you put it in a garbage pail next to you.
Yep.
Delightful. It's pungent, dude.
Opening that up.
Pungent. And some of them don't have a top.
Oh.
And so but that's only if you're lucky enough to have toilet paper. Most toilets don't have. Now, they have graduated mostly from the squat toilets that you squat down on the ground.
It's just a hole in the floor.
A hole.
Yeah.
Now they've graduated to Western-type toilets that you sit down.
Okay.
But a lot of them, most of them, don't have toilet paper.
Crazy, man.
So what do? You use the bum gun. Next to the toilet bowl is a hose, like the hose you have in your kitchen sink.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
You pull it out, and you clean yourself with that. And if you're lucky, it's got more than just a trickle.
Yeah,
because you need some
no pressure. You need
some
pressure.
Oh, yeah. I found one or two that has some pressure, boy. And after you finish up with that, how do you test to see if you're done?
That's what I mean.
You have another hand, don't you?
Yeah, that's...
And if you're not done, how do you clean that hand? With the bum gun. Because then the toilet becomes a sink. Now, when you are finally done, you're soaking wet. What do? Put your damn pants on and leave.
Put your pants on and leave, and it's hot enough outside to dry. Oh, no, it's humid, though.
Yep.
Wet hands.
Yeah, the bathroom is a different experience in Thailand. That's
the bum gun.
Yeah, go check out the bum gun on YouTube. There's no shortage of videos on how to use it. And then I want to finish off this. I want to finish off. I want to finish off talking about when I got to the airport on Friday night at 10 o'clock at night for a 1 o'clock in the morning flight. and realized after we got our luggage out of the taxi and made our way into the airport, the taxi left, that I left my my vinyl travel holder on the seat with my passport in it.
No. What?
My departure card, my passport, and for the first time ever in my life traveling that I ever did this, my cell phone. Inside this zippered pouch, and the phone was on, and not just on vibrate. It was on regular sound, which I usually don't do.
Right.
I did a whole bunch of things I don't normally do, all culminating in leaving this damn thing on the seat. Dude, there's no... When I got to the front desk to check out, they just hailed a cab that was passing by. So they had no record of who it was.
Yeah.
There are 150 trillion cabs and no way to find it. And I looked at Terry and I said, this is so unimaginably bad, I can't even begin to tell you.
Yeah.
Last year when we went, we bought a souvenir for the people at Thai Orchid and left it in the trunk of the taxi and never saw it again. This time I left my freaking passport on the back seat. I'm flipping out. I don't even know where to start.
I'd be bugging out, yeah.
So I go outside to the garbage pail where I threw stuff away to see if it's there. No, it's not there. I pulled the muscle on my good leg running out there. Now I'm limping in pain all around this gigantic airport. She tries to call, and you can't get, with an American phone, you can't get reception. You can't get service anywhere if you could ever get through. She tries to call my phone with hers, and of course, no answer.
Yeah, I know a lot of people buy like different SIM cards and stuff.
I don't even know that SIM card thing, how it works. Don't start me on that. But I have no idea, like, what's... The cabbie, anyway, had his music on loud and everything, and it was zippered into this pouch, and it could have been before, I don't know. I go running outside, I can't find it. I go running in. I even went through an exit that I wasn't supposed to go to, and one of the security, and their security like military over there. No, you can't do that. I said, I threw my passport in the garbage. So he didn't know what I was saying, but he knew, don't mess with this guy. He's nuts. Yeah. So I wasn't there. So I go limping back to the airport. I start to look for the tourist police office, and Terry comes running up to me. Now there's 100,000 people running around. It's like Calcutta after a soccer riot the next morning. People all over the place. And she says, the cabbie is at door 7 with your passport. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Dude, if I dropped my passport off a cruise ship in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and then 5 days later sat down to eat a fish, which when I opened it up had my passport in it, it wouldn't have been more amazing than the fact that this guy...
Crazy, yeah.
He heard this thing ring over his music in the zippered pouch in the backseat of his car, opened it up, saw the phone number it came from, used his own phone to call this American number, which was Terry's number.
Wow.
And say he was at door 7. He got reception. The fact that he called an American number, I can't believe it.
Wow, what a good guy.
I went running outside to door 7, which was about 6 miles away. And he's standing there next to this cop who's got all my stuff out and looking at it. And I throw my arms around the guy. I'm like, thank you. He goes, good. So I grab it from the cop. The cop says, okay. So I said to the guy, again, thank you so much. I didn't know how to find you. Thank you so much. And he goes, 300 baht. Like he wants me to tip him. And of course I was going to tip the guy. Well, 300 baht is like $9.
Right.
And he charged us 600 baht for the trip there. So I gave him a 1,000 baht note.
Yeah.
He gave me 4 $100 bills that I put in my pocket. And we went in. Now I peel 3 of those off to give to him.
Yeah.
So I reach in my pocket. I peel off the 3. I throw it in his hand. Thank you. He goes, okay. Thank you. He was excited as I was.
Yeah.
So I went limping back in, and I'm in so much pain, and I'm so happy because what just happened was like hitting the lottery. Because I would have been there. It was a Friday night. I would have been there till at least Monday.
Right.
Find the embassy.
Yeah.
How long do I have to wait?
He saw American passport, man. He knew he was getting paid.
I guess, but
that's also still a good dude. He didn't have to
absolutely.
do that.
Absolutely, and I couldn't believe it. And what this saved me. So I tell Terry what happens is she's so happy that I called her. And she said, did you tip him? I said, yeah. Well, he said 300 baht. So I reached in my pocket to show her. I said, so I had the 4. The 4 one. So when I look, I take my money out of my pocket, and right there on top is the 400 baht that he gave me back for change.
So what'd you give him?
So I flipped it over, and I realized I gave him 3,000 baht.
Oh.
I gave him 3 1,000 baht notes, not 100 baht notes. So thinking that I tossed the guy $9, which would have made his night,
Right.
I gave him 90.
Yeah. Hey, man, whatever.
$90.
You made that guy's year.
You know what? And certainly over the next 10 minutes, I rationalized to myself that how much more than $90 would this have cost me to have to stay over the weekend?
Just the fact that you
but it was
have
just like,
your
that's,
passport is way worth throwing $90 at this guy.
And of course, she looked at me and she says, there's all the tipping you didn't do during the week.
Yeah, there
Dr.
you go.
Herman.
Came back and bit you.
Oh, man. So, and you know what? That's just a taste of the, of what we had on this trip. And it's always a great time. And I really tell people, please go to Thailand. These people are absolutely fantastic. And you will have a wonderful, wonderful time. I'll talk about it more in the future if anybody wants to hear more about it. Maybe we'll do another show. But
sounds good, man. I mean, I'd love to go eventually one of these days.
Fantastic. Maybe we'll make a super road trip, you and me.
Super road trip?
A super road trip, and we'll come back and we'll tell everybody what. You can't go there without having stories. I have 10 times, literally 10 times the amount of stories that I talked about tonight. Oh my God, yeah. The bum gun alone was. I just look at this list and so many wannabe surgeons walking around there with the masks on, the surgical masks. Yeah. Crazy stuff. But anyway, again, this is Inside Dr. Herman's Head. We're here every Sunday night. Next week we're going to have, I think, maybe a show about music.
That's good.
Talk about music.
Let's do that. Something I know about.
We have a big Christmas show coming up. We're going to be recording it, but it's going to be a big Christmas blowout show, and then we'll do a big, not so big New Year's show. I want to remind you all to listen to Gary in the Morning every weekday morning at 5:30 a.m. for local weather and traffic and all that crazy stuff, and maybe you'll find out what's going on outside. I don't know if it's still snowing now. But
I don't know, but watch out, though, out there, because it was a little slick for me getting here already.
We're both driving four-wheel drive and sliding around, so be careful out there. Go to our Facebook page, like us, comment on the show. Extra cool stuff. I'm going to put up some more pictures and stories about the trip. Check out our old airings of the show on YouTube. I want to thank the guy that I'm going to call before the embassy, Big Show. You'll be able to help me out. And listen, don't forget, when it all gets to be too much, count to 10, take a deep breath, and remember, at least you know where your passport is, don't you?
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. We got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how it must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made me come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Was there something that made me come back again? And what could ever lead you?